inverted setting, which inverts envelope 1. Okay, so we just get basically an inverted envelope 1, which could be directed anywhere. We, of course, just have it set to the VCF, so that's one thing, but it could go elsewhere. Next, we're going to talk about the loop, which I am so happy this is increasingly included on various synthesizers and instruments because it is so useful. It turns your envelope 1 into an LFO with a shape that you define. So when we switch to loop, what we get is sort of a loop between the attack and the decay. So as you move the attack and decay, you're going to get, basically you are lengthening or shortening the envelope, and therefore that will cause the loop to move faster or longer. And, you know, it can get going pretty fast, probably right into the audio range. Yep. So if your LFOs are busy doing other things, you could be using envelope 1 as yet another LFO to control the sound. And setting the sustain has an effect on the shape of that envelope. And the release actually does too. It basically releases from the point at which you let go of the key. Anyway, so your envelope is also, your envelope 1 is also an LFO of a type. Keep in mind that if you then wanted to add LFO1 actually into the modulation of your filter, you can get some pretty complex modulation, and you can also bring in left-right phase, which makes things really interesting. And we're not done yet because key track also works with this. So if you turn key track on, all of a sudden the lengths of these looping envelopes that you've created vary based on the keys. You get a longer loop in the low end and a shorter loop in the high end. And you can actually hear it change speed as you progress. So those, of course, the high note is going faster and the low note is going slower, so you can get variation. Okay, and we can always add envelope 2 into that too and get 2 different envelopes controlling the sound. So the days of just getting a single positive envelope that does its thing, controlling the filter, are over. There is a lot you can do with the envelopes, and the envelopes in combination with other things to generate a great variety of sound. And let's keep in mind that envelope 1 then can be directed to other places, even positive or negative, once we get into the mod section down here. And yeah, so these envelopes are not one-trick ponies at all. Real quick though, let us address envelope 2, which is just a straightforward envelope that's largely directed to control the amplitude of the sound. So let's take all the cool stuff out of Okay, so of course, turning sustain all the way up will just give you a solid tone that goes on and off. Or we could do an attack and decay. We have our sustain. And release. Let's give it halfway up. Which doesn't seem very high. So yeah. That is an impressive tail. Okay, yeah, you have quite a long release possibility on envelope 2. Okay, so those are the envelopes found on the UDO Super 6.